Good morning everyone, I'm Dr. Kiran Deshwal, Assistant Professor English. In this video lecture, I will teach you the essay on an educational reform written by British author Hilaire Belloc. This essay is written in the form of a satire. In this essay, Hilaire Belloc denounces our education system because it doesn't give a practical education and it doesn't give vocational education. We are just reading theories. Since we are determined, as I am not, but as all my colleagues seem to be, that a new world has arisen. Since therefore all institutions may be remodeled at will, I trust there will appear in the education of wealthy children a reform overdue these many years. In the very beginning lines of this essay, Bertrand Russell wants to say that Belloc says that we modern men are determined, not he himself, but all his colleagues seems to be, that a new world has arisen, a new era has begun. Therefore, all the institutions may be remodeled at will. I trust there will appear in the education of wealthy children a reform overdue these many years. So he believes that a reform in educational system is due and it will appear soon. This reform is an addition of a certain subject. A new subject will be added in the curriculum to the curriculum of schools. We have all at one time or another deplored its absence because we have criticized that why this is not taught in the schools. In one crisis or another of our lives, we regret of not having read it, learned it during school days. And in afterlife, we recognize its necessity. That's why it is mandatory to add one subject in the curriculum of schools. If it be true that we have today an opportunity for new things, so a new world has arisen, new ideas are taking place, and today we have an opportunity for new things. Do let us inaugurate this novelty at least. So, novelty should also be initiated in educational system, which would be of such vast advantage to the generation now sprouting. And the new subject is fraud. So, humorously, Belloc says that fraud should be added as a new subject in the curriculum of schools. Fraud means cheating. Fraud is the sole basis of the only form of success recognized among us, because when we see people that they are flourishing by cheating others, so fraud is the sole basis. This is the fundamental uh, this is the fundamental of the of success recognized among us. By fraud alone are those vast fortunes suddenly acquired. Only by fraud we can acquire the fortunes, we can acquire the good luck, which only are the condition of greatness in a modern man. Modern man wants to become great, and he becomes great by cheating other people. So fraud is the master subject ignorance or inability in which looms a man to toil and obscurity. So, fraud is the master subject. If anyone is lacking in it, if anyone is ignorant, and if anyone is incapable of learning it, he had to do toil and obscurity. His life will not pass easily. Yet fraud is never taught at school. So it's very true. Belloc says that only the person who know how to cheat can prosper, are prospering, and only they survive, and they need not to do much toil. But see the paradox here. Yet after all these facts, fraud is not fraud is never taught at school. Why is it so? That's why Belloc is saying that a new world has arisen and we have to modify our educational system, and while modifying that we will add a new subject, that will be fraud. Men who had the parts for most a brilliant career fail on leaving the academics because they are outwitted by gutter snipes who have no letters but can cheat. So this is a true fact. It is a bitter fact, but it's very true. He says that men who had the parts for a most brilliant career fail on leaving the academics because they are outwitted by gutter snipes who have no letters but can cheat. He says that brilliant people fail and leave academics because they don't know how to cheat. But on the other hand, the good for nothing people who just know how to cheat, who just can cheat, go on higher posts, they achieve success. So this is very paradoxical, and those brilliant people regret of not having learnt fraud or cheating in their school days. That's why Belloc is saying that it is mandatory to learn cheating or fraud. There used to there used to be taught in schools Latin and Greek after a grammatical fashion, which made the better pupils true masters of the inward of these languages. He says that Latin and Greek were taught in grammatical fashion. All the grammar of Greek and Latin were taught in the schools, and in later life, the pupils, the students, were able to be true masters of these languages. When they were so formed, they were called scholars, and when they learnt all these languages by their heart, they were known as scholars. To this expertise was added some knowledge of a foreign language, and thus a knowledge of foreign language was also added, and it was mandatory to learn that foreign language also. Usually French or German it could have been, but only a smarting thereof. And laterly also the elements of physical science and of mathematics, until these last branches took up so much time that often a choice was made between them and the older humanities. So students had to make choice for these languages which I should read. So he wants to say that students were free to choose what they want to read, and it will help later in their career building or in their future, or making their dream come true. But cheating was not taught. They could not have opted it because it was not in the curriculum. That's why he is suggesting that it should have been added in the curriculum also, so that the children can also learn cheating, and in afterlife whenever it is needed, whenever there is necessity, they can use it and can get success. They lagged behind just because they don't know how to cheat. So it is very humorous, but it's a bitter fact. Thanks for watching. We will be continue in our next video.